Hey expats and travelers, I'm Kalie with Expats Everywhere, and today we're going to show you the places in the Algarve that we haven't shown you yet but that we did visit. So we want you to take a look at those. Also, we're going to talk to you about the 2-week budget that we had and how much we spent, along with the mode of transportation that we took. So let's go.
The bus to Loulé. Hi, Sia. Hi. Okay, so it might make some sense if we explain how we got to Loulé, because we don't have a car down here, and that's really what we're noticing is like there are all these little cool places to go visit, but if you don't have a car, it could be difficult. So I'm out after my paddleboarding session with Nick. So he's like, "What are you gonna do today?" And we say we're gonna go to Loulé, and he's like, "How are you gonna get there if you don't have a car?" So we said, well, we're thinking about taking the train, but we realized it's a pretty far distance from the train station actually into the city, right?
Yeah, it's not worth it.
So he said, have you considered a bus? And I hadn't considered a bus, but Kalie had.
Yes, actually I had a few days ago talked to Sonia, who is Portuguese and lives in Faro, and she's the one who recommended the bus. Same reason, because of the train station being too far out of the city. So I had already taken a look at it, but hadn't discussed with Josh about the bus just yet, just because we hadn't had time.
Yep, so what did we do? We found a bus really close to where we were staying, where our short-term rental is, and we busted over here. It took about 40 minutes or so, dropped us off in the city center. It cost $3.40 per person, baby rode for free, stroller went underneath. Boom, we're here. Let's show you guys around. Where are we going? Where are we going? Where are we going? Oh, don't get shy now. Where are we going?
A lot of people had told us about Loulé, but we didn't really know much about it. But since it was pretty close to Faro, we thought, let's go ahead and check it out, just walk around for the day.
The one thing that really caught me off guard was just how nice their market was. Compared to the Faro market, I thought that the Loulé market was, I don't know, just much more charming. What do you think?
It was, yeah. It had more life as well. The building was nicer, inside was nicer. It was just, it had more life to it, and so that was nice.
I think that the one in Faro was bigger, but the one here, yeah, it seemed like there was just a little more character going on.
Yeah, I agree. I was trying to get through We're in the little market here, and it's cute and quaint, a lot of cool little things to try out. We just bought a little fig treat that's typical to the Algarve, so we'll try that in a little bit, but it's a cute little area.
All right, we did end up trying that fig treat later. It was pretty good. It wasn't very sugary. It was very much like a fig Newton.
Yeah, I think that's good that it's not sugary though.
All right, we did stumble upon this little specialty coffee cafe. They do have some specialty coffee that they roast themselves, and they also carry some other specialty coffee there. So we're suckers for it. It had been a while since we had some specialty coffee, so we got some.
It was nice to just walk around and explore with our coffees. Although, in true fashion, the stroller was very bumpy, and of course you have to be careful not to spill in the stroller.
Yeah, those cobblestones will get you with the stroller life.
They do have a castle in the town. It's pretty small though.
Yeah, it's well preserved, but it's not very big, and I don't really think that there's much to visit in it. But it definitely looks cool in the city.
Right, and it's right downtown, so you can't miss it.
The historic city center actually is pretty small. We've had a lot of money that's actually been tied up in like deposits for rentals. So this has happened in Porto, it's happened in Faro as well, and our Portuguese bank account's running a bit low. So we used our Wise card to draw some cash out of the ATM. Really all across Loulé and Olhão, we ended up using our Wise card until we exchange our money and get it into our Portuguese account from USD. So that Wise card's been really great for us. Whenever our Portugal account is running low. We're able to get some euros anyways.
Lunchtime.
Alright guys, so Cafe Calzinha was closed, so we ended up coming back up next to the market. There's another restaurant, so we're going to try this food out. I ordered a rabbit dish. I did not even hear what Kalie ordered. Kalie, what did you order? Pork. Okay, oh that's right, she got pork with a honey mustard sauce. Sia's asleep, so that's good. We get like a little 5-minute date, so let's see how that goes.
Cheers.
Cheers.
So after Josh recorded, we got 5 minutes, and then
5? It was like 5 seconds.
it was 5 minutes.
It was not 5 minutes.
That's what
Rabbit.
in here. Contactos?
There's me again, paying with that Wise card. Thank you, Wise.
Thank you.
Alright, so we just finished our lunch at Restaurant Pescador, and it was good. It was very good. I had the rabbit. The rabbit was good. There was organ meat involved. I didn't give any of that to Sia, but I gave her some of the other meat. She really liked it. Kalie's pork loin with a honey mustard sauce was smothered with honey mustard, but also good. The meat was a little dry. All in all, it was a nice meal. Lady been here all day.
After lunch, we explored a little more, had a great time, and then we took the bus back to Faro. And then the next day, we took the train to Olhão.
This time we actually took it from a different station, so we didn't start in Faro station, but we started in Bom
Catching
João.
the train, and we are heading to Olhão to check it out because we've heard some great things about it.
We didn't really know much about Olhão except that we'd been told by a few people that it's kind of a bit desolate. And then some people said it's actually gentrifying. So we were pretty excited to see what exactly it had to offer. Around the station, really nice. We ended up hitting this avenue here and coming across like a little flea market. This is Sia's new thing. She absolutely loves pushing the stroller. I don't know what baby's in there that she's pushing, but that's what she's doing.
It's good for us.
Sia, what did you think of the market? Well, Kalie, what do you think?
It's small. It has the normal marketing things, so nothing too surprising, but very small. We continue to walk, making our way to the water where we saw a church, and then we stumbled across the walking streets, which were really nice.
This little museum here actually is pretty cool because it talks about the history of religion and maritime for the city.
Got our coffee now, so we're ready to go explore.
2 lattes and a toast. It was $3.50. Not bad.
That same busker that's back there actually also plays in Fado. We've seen him and we've actually given him a little bit of money.
Don't worry guys, we are going to come up to the point where we talk about all of the expenses that we've had over the 2 weeks and let you guys know how much we spent. Quite literally have no idea what is going on here. This place is packed. I mean, we haven't seen this many people anywhere we've been. It's pretty insane. Like, we were about a block away and you could hear this kind of booming noise, relatively booming noise coming our way, and it's just packed with people.
Here we are in the outdoor market, and it's actually really busy. Lots and lots of options compared to that other little market that we saw earlier. This market is by the water, and it's more of the food-based kind of things that you can buy.
Loulé does have a Saturday market as well. However, obviously we weren't there on a Saturday. We can only be in one place at one time. I was just completely shocked at how ram-packed these places were in light of you-know-what. We actually commented on how many people were selling fruits and veg outside of the market, and then you go inside of the market and they're also selling fruits and veg.
Yeah, I wonder how they make money. So we exited out of the one building, which jumps you out into some cafes, and they want you to go around, all the way around, and then go through the other side of the market building. So we've gone around, we picked up a postcard, and then we're heading through.
Kalie, why are we always picking up postcards?
So we started this a long time ago. When we first moved abroad, when we would travel, we would get a postcard, we would write what we did, and we would mail it to my parents. And my mom has kept all of them in a box. So I guess it's kind of like a scrapbook for us. So we just continue to do that to remember where we've been and what we've done. So from a distance, I saw what looked to be really cool playground equipment, and we made our way over here, but it's all closed off. It looks really good though.
So as we go to a lot of these smaller towns, here's what I'm really starting to enjoy. I really like that they have little markets. And I think that if you're not living in one of the big cities, Lisbon, Porto, then it would actually be quite easy to do maybe one big grocery shopping run, at least for your meat and your fruits and vegetables at these markets. Now you might have to run to the grocery store once a week to kind of fill in and wait for these weekend markets to open up. But this market here might actually be open every morning. We'll have to check that out.
Sia was loving these little hills, and I was happy with it because it was grass.
I was loving it too. It was fun watching her play. It's really cute. All right, so we got to tell you guys about Olhão and just the way things look here. It's pretty intense actually, because you have a few streets with really new developments, really nice buildings. We have no idea about the prices.
We've just walked along the water. You can see all those really nice apartment buildings, the hotel and everything. Now we're just one street off, so let's take a look at what housing is like just one street off of the water.
Okay, so I actually just had a really cool experience. Sorry for the shaky footage here. I just had a really cool experience. We were filming, and a man and his daughter saw us filming, and they started asking me questions, and they said, you know, do you want to film the favela? And they used that word, favela, which is kind of like English equivalent to ghetto. And that's interesting that they call this area a ghetto. As Kalie just said, we're one street off of like where the nice hotels and new development is, and then this area is with graffiti and kind of rundown housing. Really interesting though. Little girl corrected me on my Portuguese, which was fantastic. Apparently I sounded Spanish. This is funny. She was surprised when I said that I was American, but really nice. They're really sweet people. So cool. Alright, so we're at the point in the video where we want to talk to you guys about our expenses in the past 2 weeks in the Algarve. And this is for 4 people plus a kiddo. Groceries, 321 euros and 27 cents. So between eating and drinking out, we did this 11 times over the 2-week period, and it was 303 euros and 80 cents.
For transportation, between the four of us, we spent $247.22, and this included Ubers around, and we had to get XLs because of how many there are, and 2 different ones, and with all of our equipment. So Ubers around Faro, and then this also included the trains when we went to Lagos, Tavira, and Olhão, and then the bus to Loulé. So it was in Faro and around the Algarve. $247.22.
Our housing for 3 weeks, because actually Kalie and I arrived early, was 1,330 euros. If we're to rent this place, I think it's for at least 2 months, the monthly rate for this place would be 1,000 euros. So we'll show you guys that video in a future episode where you get to actually tour the apartment that we stayed in.
We've had a great time here, lots to see actually, but now we're gonna go ahead and grab the train back to Faro. So our total for 2 weeks in the Algarve, minus that 1 week that also was included in the housing, $2,202.29. Let us know in the comment section which town you liked better. Was it Loulé or was it Olhão? And now we're heading to the Alentejo region, and we're going to do something similar in these vlogs showing you different towns. So check out that playlist here for that and other parts of Portugal. Now let's get moving.